Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 Media. Thank you so much for your time. Our students across the territory continue to make us proud through the Asia Abroad Scholarship Program. Joining me today to discuss the 2024 opening of the scholarship program is the lovely Siobhan Flax, the Deputy Director of the BVI Hong Kong Office. Presently, we have a cohort already making strides in making us proud in Asia, and we're going to touch base with them, of course. But for the viewing audience, you have an opportunity, our students who wish to further your education, to consider this amazing program. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Attention Anegada residents! Attention Anegada residents! CCT is coming to you! That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every third Friday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered! No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every third Friday starting this September and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada!
As the winds start to whisper of approaching storms, it's time to safeguard your sanctuary.
Hey, have you checked your insurance policy lately?
Not recently, why?
It's very important to check your insurance policy before the hurricane season.
That's a good idea. I'll reach out to my provider and get some information.
Awesome. Come son, let's plan for emergencies together. We're gonna include your favorite comfort kit.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel safer.
We're packing extra medications and extra batteries for your hearing aid.
And by the way, don't forget my glasses.
Okay, Pops.
Alright, let me see. Okay.
Going on, dog? What you saying? You good? You got truck? How you doing? I hear trimming some of the branches to make sure they don't cause a frig when the storm come.
Fair point. I gotta go clean out the gutter them down by me so nothing don't build up. You know how that could go sometime.
Makes sense. That sounds good. We gotta be prepared.
Facts.
Sometimes we get off track, but that's okay.
Yeah. Thanks for chilling with the dog today, you know.
Man, anytime, you know I got you.
Yeah, but the place so damn hot now. And you know the old people them say when it's so hot, a storm somewhere out there coming.
Listen, I rebuke that in the name of great God of the universe, okay? Let me move these stuff so they don't cause a problem.
Alright, me want my neighbor window get knocked out and tell me son.
Remember, we're in this together. Reach out to your community, lend a hand, and shield each other from the storm's challenges. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Welcome back everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. As promised, we're discussing all things the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship Program. Again, with me is Miss Flax, Deputy Director of the BVI Hong Kong Office. Siobhan, thank you so much for your time and welcome back to our platform. In person, live and direct.
Ron, thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here in person finally, and we really want to thank you and 284 for really supporting this program. I think this is our second interview for the year.
Yes, absolutely.
For 2024, and over the years you've been very supportive, so we appreciate that very much. I'm happy to be here.
You're most welcome. Now, for persons who may not know, I want you to introduce to us the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship and what this provides for prospective students.
Yes, well, the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship Program, it's a very dynamic program. It was established in 2021, of course, between the BVI Hong Kong Office and institutions here locally, such as the Ministry of Education. And it's really, I want to say, the brainchild of Dr. Ricardo Wheatley, who feels so passionate about this program and has really championed it over the years. And we have, of course, now had the first cohort last year.
Yes.
And very, very excited to say we have a second cohort that just went over to Asia in September. And of course, this program is a three-way partnership, BVI government, the private sector, and the partner universities in Asia, some of the elite institutions in Asia across about 5 countries and 10 institutions.
Beautiful.
And about 35 scholarship spaces each year.
Amazing.
And so that shows the breadth of this program, and we're really proud to see it take shape.
I want to touch on the partnership you mentioned, not only with the government of the Virgin Islands, the schools, but the private-public partnership. How important is that for us to be able to provide opportunities such as this for our Virgin Islanders?
It's extremely important. I think it's always good when you have that collaboration between public and private. Of course, the private sector knows what's required for the BVI labor force more than anybody else. And so we are really proud to have, particularly in areas like tourism, where we have the private sector really assisting us to really pull out the areas that we need to upskill in tourism to, I guess, beef up the tourism product. And so, for example, we have scholarships with the Macau Tourism University. And so now we're looking to add a piece where the private sector in the BVI can offer internships to their senior students to come to the BVI while they accept our students on scholarships. So that's an example of how it really works well, really much like a jigsaw puzzle.
Understood.
So it's a really great partnership that I think hits all the facets that we need to develop the right talent and capacity in the BVI.
And speaking of talent and capacity, you spoke eloquently about our second cohort who's making us proud. Tell us a little bit about the students and their choice of industry training.
Yes, so we have, I will say, 4 exceptionally dynamic students that just trekked across, I don't know, they traveled 30-something hours to get over to Asia, which says a lot in and of itself about their commitment. So we have Mr. Nathan Nibbs, and he's at the University of Macau, and he's taken on his bachelor's in finance. And we have also Miss Kezia Allen. She's our female candidate taking up the mantle for architecture, which we're really proud of, at the University of St. Joseph. And then we have Miss Deborah Smith, who's also at University of Macau, and she's taken on her bachelor's in accounting.
Okay.
I got that correct, accounting. So we have those 3 students on the BVI Asia Abroad program. And we have Miss Shamori Glasgow, who's a national scholar sponsored by the Ministry of Education. But she decided to study at one of the partner institutions, which is the Macau Tourism University. So we have the 4 of them taking on the second cohort, really flying the flag for BVI in Macau.
Beautiful. And of course, viewers, we're going to get to meet the second cohort a little bit later in the interview. But I want to shift perception just a little bit. Speak on the remarkable, outside of the educational training opportunities that our students experience. Tell us about the cultural relevance of crossing and really traveling far and wide out of BVI waters to present to them the best overall holistic studying experience. What does that do for our students?
I think that's one of the key pieces to this program. Of course, the academics comes first, and that's, out front that we want to see students develop and succeed academically. But I think the cultural piece is exceptionally important in 2 ways. I think just for our students, it brings a completely new perspective. Asia is one of the areas with some of the largest modern booming economies globally. Technology, I like to say, Asia is already in the future. The things that I see in Asia, I've seen nowhere else. Sometimes I come back to the US and I'm like, okay, where am I now that I've been there? And so I think those are some of the things that the students really take away culturally, just to see the trends, the way the world is shifting, because a lot of people say the world is shifting to the east. And so I think the only way that you can get to really understand that is to be on the ground, immersed in the culture, immersed in life in Asia. And I think for me, that's the piece you can never take away from our students. I think that the BVI, there's a lot that we can gain and glean from Asia that these ambassadors, I like to call our students ambassadors,
I totally agree with you.
Will eventually come back and impart that upon the BVI. So, I mean, and then there are the small things, you know, they're just the food that, I mean, there's quite a few things you can get into in the culinary scene in Asia, some of which I won't quite get into. I've seen.
Quite different from us.
I've seen and I've smelled and I've, you know, there's a lot of things that I've seen.
You've been immersed into the experience.
Goodness. So I think things like that. And then from Asia, you can travel to so many different, you know, they're in Macau, but you can travel to mainland China, Singapore, you can travel to Thailand, you can kind of take it all in from that base. So I really think that's, apart from the academics, I would say that's the second most important thing that our students can really seep in, that cultural experience. And
phenomenal.
That's a key piece.
Wonderful. I have to talk about support because the BVI Hong Kong office is, of course, just next door to these students to offer support. How important is it for them to be so far away but not feel alone and having that body of support from the BVI office?
It's extremely important. It makes a big difference. And I like to say, much like the London office, where I was based for 10 years, I dealt a lot with our students in the UK. We're on the ground in Asia, much like the BVI London office, to support our students in Asia. We are on call 24/7 with our students. We know that it's a new program, and so it's important for us to be there, and not just for the students, but sometimes to give the family at home a bit of confidence. Yes. Exactly. It's quite far away. It's not one plane, two plane. You're traveling for 2 days, and so we're right there. Macau, for example, where most of our students are, it's literally like going from Tortola to St. Thomas. It's a boat ride. And so we're there with the students. We meet them on arrival when they come to Asia, each and every student. We take them to their campus, we settle them in, and we pretty much, anything they need that we're there. And we have events. For example, last Christmas, we had the first BVI Christmas in Asia.
Beautiful.
So things like that.
It's necessary.
In every way, emergencies and just on a social level, we're right there with the students hand in hand. So
wonderful. I need to talk about the program, of course, because we have a number of prospective candidates who are watching us at this moment. Before we go there, though, I want to talk about some numbers within the program. Break it down for us as it pertains to the offerings, the various universities, the countries that they have access to, and so far the program level, which we mentioned, and the National Scholar. But tell me about the program offerings, the universities, and the countries.
So it's quite a few options on this program. Like I said, it's over 30 scholarship spaces. We tend to follow the disciplines that the Ministry of Education identifies locally as needing to build capacity to meet the labor needs of the BVI.
Understood.
And so we mirror that to ensure that we're in line with the policies that the ministry sets nationally. So I think some of the key areas: financial services, tourism. We're now looking a lot at medical studies. It's a wide range: engineering, environmental sciences, and of course those are offered in our 5 cities. So we have Singapore. We have opportunities. Most of the opportunities are in Macau, mainland China, because we have the BVI. Little known fact: the BVI has a twinning partnership with the city of Shenzhen in mainland China, and they have offered a scholarship at any of the universities, in Shenzhen. And so we have that. We also have Taiwan, lots of opportunities in Taiwan. So throughout Asia, we have these spots, and you can study from bachelor's to master's to PhD, and then there's short language courses, which I find very important. Unique, important space to learn Mandarin, which you can do for 6 months. You don't have to commit to a whole year. If persons want to get a taste of Asia without fully committing, sign up for the language course.
Understood.
So
phenomenal. This is a scholarship that offers free tuition for our students. I want to talk about the simple requirements, of course, for persons who are watching and are interested. What are the requirements to be eligible for consideration?
So persons eligible are Virgin Islanders, belongers, Virgin Islanders, and permanent residents as defined by the Virgin Islands Constitution. So it's very inclusive. And of course, you would need to meet the prerequisites of the program for each university, whether that's a high school diploma, CXCs, associate degrees. You meet those basic requirements. And then we have a separate track of requirements for our students where we take them through an interview. We want to see your intention to return and develop the industry that you're in the Virgin Islands. We want to see that you can handle the academic rigor of the course. We want to see that persons can represent the Virgin Islands abroad and be able to just manage being so far from home. So apart from the basic prerequisites, your transcripts, your GPA, there's some other areas that we look for to ensure that we're selecting the right candidates. So in a nutshell, those are some of the requirements.
Wonderful. And how can persons apply and who can they contact for more information?
So they can contact me very directly. I will be sharing some details, of course, with you, Ron, that we can share on how persons can get in touch with the office and the BVI Hong Kong office website. We have all of the details on our scholarship page. And I'm here in the BVI this week, carrying out some information sessions, which persons can certainly come out. I'll be here in Tortola, I'll be at the college, I'll be at the secondary schools, and persons can come out and hear very directly about the program. And of course, like I said, the first port of call is the BVI Hong Kong office website and our Facebook page, where we have all of the details on how you can take the first step and complete the interest form to let us know of your interest. And then we can take it from there and guide persons on how to apply.
I'm very happy that you mentioned the information sessions that are going to be taking place throughout this week, both on the mainland as well as the sister island of Virgin Gorda for persons, as well as public-private schools. This is open to all of the persons who are interested to come and get as much information on the program as well. So stay tuned, of course, for that and make sure that you take advantage of the opportunities. I am so excited to finally get to meet this second cohort of students. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to log in with them and see what they're doing abroad. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you so very much for stopping by, along with your team at the BVI Hong Kong office, for really taking care of our students. We appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ron. It's my absolute pleasure.
You're most welcome. Viewers, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Just give me my service. Yeah.
Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. As promised, we are now going to meet the second cohort of the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship Program, students who are away doing remarkable things. I'm going to start with Miss Kezia Allen. Kezia, kindly introduce us, tell us your area of study and the university that you're studying, followed by Deborah and Nathan.
Hi everyone, my name is Kezia. I am at the University of St. Joseph, Macau, and I am furthering a degree in architecture.
Hi everyone, my name is Deborah Smith. I am a first-year student at the University of Macau, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in accounting.
Hi everybody, my name is Nathan Yim. I'm currently the first year student at the University of Macau, and I am pursuing my bachelor's in.
Wonderful, thank you guys so very much. I want to begin by asking you, you have applied for this program. Walk me through your application process and how was that working with the BVI Hong Kong office? I know they have maintained being a huge support to all of you. Kezia, tell us about your experience so far in applying and now being executing your studies.
The application process was easy, actually. I saw the Facebook social media flyers that went out. I reached out to the number. Ms. Kisha was very helpful in the process and very informative in helping me to understand what it would be like to study abroad in the Asia program. So far, Ms. Flax has been Mama Flax to all of us. It has been a very comforting, comfortable experience, and I am enjoying it so far.
And Deborah and Nathan, tell us about your experiences so far.
My experience so far was easygoing. Miss Gishard made the process very comfortable. She was very informative. Anything that I needed, she was there right on time to answer any questions that I had. The application process was seamless. The responses were on time. And my experience thus far has been wonderful. There were some trials, some tribulations, but of course. Just enjoying the experience.
Okay, for me, the application processing was easy. It's just a lot of documents and keeping track of everything that you've given to the Hong Kong office and the school separately. It's a lot that you have to gather, and certain documents that you'd have taken for granted in the past, you would start thinking about them, like your birth certificate and perhaps your immunization cards. But other than that, it was a pretty easy application process overall.
Wonderful, and of course you are studying different areas. But Kezia, I wanna continue with you. You have chosen to study architecture, which we all know is a male dominating field. I want to talk about how you decided to get into this area of field, and what do you hope to be able to come back and contribute to your Virgin Islands?
So I currently hold a Bachelor in Interior Design. And returning to the BVI and contributing in that industry, I realized I worked a lot with the architects and I worked a lot second to the architects. So I had second say in the design process, and I wanted to contribute more to the overall design holistically of the project. So I decided I would study so I can do the project from the start, design a project from the start to the very completion.
Amazing, and I have to ask you, all of you, what has been your most enjoyable experience so far being in Asia? The food, culture, what have you been taken away from that experience? It's much different, I'm sure, from the sun, sand, and sea and the local foods that you would be accustomed to, but I'd like to hear your perspective on how you've been able to maneuver through that difference. Deborah and Nathan, I'll start with you.
Definitely the food for me. I'm a foodie, so discovering that there is like the cuisine is so much, it's not that different, but it's a lot different from ours. I was kind of skeptical about trying because
of course
I'm not very open-minded when it comes to trying new things in terms of food, but I give it a go, and I'm at the cafeteria almost every day. Also, very importantly, friends. I enjoy the friendships that I'm making so far, and I hope to bring them home with me one day. Like, I want them
Wonderful.
to experience a Virgin Islands as I have experienced their country.
Okay, yes, I've had cow tongue, duck tongue, I've had tofu skin. I've just been eating everything they brought me, basically. They say, Nathan, come on, let's try this, and I'll just try it. But it's really good. Once you have an open mind, the food isn't as daunting when you put it in your mouth and you can't add it on the plate, so it's not bad at all.
And Kezia, what about you?
I'm vegan, thank the Lord. Everything looks like a mystery, like mystery meats. So I get to happily pass on whatever the platter is. So I have been having fun just venturing out and finding things that I would like to eat. And one of the boards, Travis, who was here the year before from the year before, has been very adventurous with me in trying vegan things. He says I'm his first vegan friend, so it's going great vegan-wise. Culture-wise, I'm enjoying it. I'm through the city. I'm trying new things. Today I tried out a martial art called Wing Chun. So I'm in there.
Students, I wanted you to take this opportunity to speak directly to the persons who are watching of all ages who are considering the Asia Abroad program and speak to them and explain to them why they should consider this remarkable educational opportunity. Kezia, I'm going to start with you, and then Deborah and Nathan, you can continue.
So I know China is a far place, Asia is a far continent to travel to, but it's not that, the environment is not that different from the islands. It's very green, it's very tropical, the ocean is always right there. You see it almost everywhere you go. The difference is the tall skyscrapers. So I would say come on out, enjoy a different culture, experience something different from the UK or work or study in America, and give the Asia Scholarship Abroad program a go. It's very awesome.
I totally agree with Kezia in terms of the environment. I really figured that it would have been something strange, something different, but it's really comfortable and the people here are so welcoming. I encourage anyone and everyone to join this program for personal growth, personal development, and to experience a different culture.
Okay, so I would definitely say if you really know what you want to do in your life, come to China. And if you're really serious about it, because the work here, yes, it's a bit more difficult than typical American or British education. But once you put your mind to it, you'll be just fine. Here at UMac, University of Macau, the residential college system in place, it really garners towards children, well, young individuals aspiring their goals. They have tutors come in, they have professionals from different businesses come in and speak with you on various topics. You get to ask them questions about the steps that you need to get to where you need to go. So I would say coming to Asia is a great opportunity for you if you're really serious about your future projections in life.
Wonderful. Well, I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your very busy schedules of studying to chat with us here at 284 Media. I want to also take this opportunity to commend you on taking this leap through success and taking advantage of the BVI Asia Abroad program. We are immensely proud of you here in the Virgin Islands, and we look forward to your continued success. And of course, I know each of you are serving as ambassadors for the territory. So much success. Look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Viewers, that is all the time we have. You have heard it here, all about the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship Program, of course, from the Deputy Director of the BVI Hong Kong Office, the lovely Siobhan Flax, as well as the second cohort now presently studying in Asia. We want to thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to take advantage of this amazing educational and cultural opportunity. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.